I worked for Armstrong World Industries for just about 30 years. And during that time, I had the opportunity to work all over the world in many different divisions of the company with teams from all walks of life. I really enjoyed the work I was doing, but I always thought there was something missing. So from time to time, I would take time off and go visit friends in their business areas. We would take tours of their facility or their offices and share ideas about how we might improve those areas. Now, I always thought at some point I should go out on my own to be a consultant, but I never really did that. In April of 2018, I took a visit to a facility about 40 minutes away from my home on a day off and visited with somebody I had worked with in the past at Armstrong. As we walked the facility, I realized there was some great opportunity in their facility, and they had the right mindset and leadership to really drive improvement and performance in that facility. So, after spending the full day with my past coworker and their leadership team, I asked him if he would be so kind as to give me some nice, unbiased feedback on my approach to how I engaged the leadership team at the plant and gave them a vision for what could be done. Because one day, maybe 3 to 5 years in the future, I thought I might be a consultant. So he said he'd do that. Well, as it turns out, coincidentally, a week later, I was downsized from Armstrong after 30 years. So now was my opportunity. So I called my friend, my past coworker, and I said, remember how I told you in 3 to 5 years I might be a consultant? What I really meant was, I'm available any minute now. And he said, well, that's great. He said, let me go talk to my plant manager. We'd love to use your help, and let's see if we can't figure out a way to do that. Turns out they were so open to it that within a month, I had already figured out how to incorporate myself and get all the administrative and business details figured out, because we decided to do a strategic planning session or value stream mapping session in June. Now, since I was now doing this on my own in my own business, I had to figure out all the details. But the thing that I wanted to make sure of most was that I created a winning experience for my new customers, my first customers, who are putting their faith in me to help them make improvements to their plant. So I probably put 3 times the amount of effort into it compared to anything I had ever done. But in the end, we had an amazing experience. I got all these great bits of feedback about how consultants that they had worked with in the past had never put in the kind of effort that they saw me put in, all the way down to the details of making sure the food was right, that we had the right people, that the room was properly laid out, and that everybody was engaged during the experience. So the reward? More work at more locations for that same company. I'm pleased to say as of this moment that I've done more than 20 Kaizens for this company in 9 of their locations. So here's what I really learned. My path that I chose was the right one. I needed something to accelerate me on that path. And if you do what you love, every day is a joy, and keep your focus on helping people win at all times. I hope this story provided you with some inspiration to revisit your own processes. I have a lot more I'd like to share. Head over to pi-partners.com to learn how I can help. And check back from time to time for more Kaizen stories.